3.
Hi guys, Emmanuel Carbu here, aka Q Demigod, CEO of Waves New Age, and welcome to Qreate.
Take 4.
So basically, Waves New Age started in 2016 when I went for a fashion show with a group of guys that I knew. Went over to the fashion show, saw what was actually going on, and to be honest with you, I didn't really like it, and I felt like I could do more since they called that a fashion show. So I was like, okay, I guess this is a test for me. But during that time, I've actually been selling sneakers on eBay, trying to customize them, trying to get customized shoes like Yeezys and stuff like that, because those were the shoes that were popping during that time. So I went back home, just did a couple of sketches, and really thought deep into my past and seeing my mom, sew and trying to make money out of it. So it actually drove me into forcing me to do what I was supposed to do. And 2018 came by. I did a collaboration with Urban Pigeons. We went over to New York Fashion Week. It was an amazing event. I learned a lot of stuff. That was the moment where we're actually transitioning to the cut and sew area. So it was actually something new we're trying to do. We came back from the New York Fashion Show and actually did a show, a jacket for Steve Aoki and designer when they came over to the Palladium in Worcester. I actually have those pictures on my Instagram, so you guys can definitely check it out. And we did those jackets for Steve Aoki, designer, White Cliff, Kevin Hart. We actually did one for Redman and Method Man. So I think it got canceled. We didn't have the chance to actually give it to them, and that was a different story. But then we kept going on, expanding to colleges like Clark University, American International College, Becca, so on and so forth. And I did show in exclusives. Then later on met Jimmy King, who actually opened his door for us to have a studio. And, it's been a great ride. Those experiences actually took me through when the pandemic actually happened, and we're still going through it. So during that time, I thought back and I was like, oh my God, since the pandemic happened, a lot of creatives never had a chance to, do a lot of things. Everyone was bored and there was nothing to do. So I actually took that time alone and just did a little road trip, saw outside, sat alone and just meditated, trying to just think about the future, what was actually going to happen right after the pandemic, is over. And that was when I actually got the request from Crocodile River to be able to, come up with my own project with their support. So I just thought about it, and that was when Qreate came in my mind. I and the C for Qreate was changing to Q, which that's what people actually call me. So I just replaced that in so people can actually understand what the Q is for. Once you see, it relates to me and what I actually do. So as a creative, people know me to be, a painter, a music engineer, or an artist, and a fashion designer. And the main reason why for that is when it comes to my brand, those are the main 3 pillars that actually stand strong in those things. And those are the fields that I've actually mastered in. That's why I do not actually call myself an artist or just trying to put myself in a box. Basically just call myself a creator, because that is how it is. And I just consider my brand to be like a band, basically, because taking this example, the instruments, having the guitar, having the piano, and having the drums together to create the music that people enjoy and, get entertained by. So taking that same concept to Waves New Age, you can relate the guitar to maybe the painting, you can relate the drums to the fashion, and you can relate the singing to actual singing, So both do go together. And on the runway, you definitely need music. And when it comes to fashion, you definitely need to sketch out something to be able to, to bring out the pieces together to create the patterns and all that.
You ready?